it's Linda G and Mel.
Hey,
Da 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 da. I've talked to you, but I haven't seen you since Sedona.
in Sedona, it's tea time with Linda and Mel, except I'm doing ginger ale today. So
I forgot to grab something, but go ahead.
um, anyway, when we were in Sedona, I waited to put a video up until Linda and I could do it together. Then I'll put one up later on today as well. But Linda's cousins were there from the Comanche tribe, Regina and Sue. And so Regina, they're all angels. They're just wonderful. I had the best time with them. But they sent me this shirt from Comanche
Shirt company.
Comanche Shirt Company. So I wore it to tell Regina and Daniel thank you.
What size is that, by the way?
Large.
Oh, because I'm going back. I'm going back. Oh, you forgot to say petite. It's so funny. Whenever I go to like a concert or something, they have all the shirts out there, and I'd say, normally I take a petite, but I guess I'll take this large for now. But when I go out there, I'll be with the tribe for the powwow.
Yay!
So I'll pick you up some more shirts. Yeah.
So thank you, Regina and Dan. Hi, Sue and Jim. And it was just wonderful meeting with them. A meeting with you and your sister Deb.
Thank you.
Jen Lynn and yay.
Jen Lynn rocked, huh?
Oh, she was. Everybody was raving about Jen Lynn.
Yeah, so it was fun.
We were on the same airplane going there.
Huh?
We were on the same airplane going to Sedona.
Oh yeah, you and Jen Lynn. She said she went up to you. She said, "Are you that weird psycho from Chicago?"
She did. That crazy ass psycho. No.
So listen, you were talking about the drought.
Yes. Oh my God. It's the worst. I understand. Well, you and I have predicted drought in the West, but I just heard that this is the West in a millennia, in almost 1,000 years. So, as I said, Phoenix 118, Montana 104, Wyoming 102, Salt Lake City 106, Colorado, Grand Junction 106. And I understand in California, it's bad as well with the drought. So,
I mean, we can't last 5 years.
I don't think it's going to go on 5 years. But I asked my guides, and it's obvious it's climate change. And, Spirit is trying to get our attention and say, wait a minute, do something. So now it's hitting us on the top of the head. So we need to open our voices and tell our politicians, look, here it is. Step outside. Here's what's going on.
Right.
So
I remember when Georgia was just plain out of water?
Yes. I remember when I was a kid, California had a drought too.
I remember that they asked you not to flush your toilets more than once a day.
Right. Lake Mead is the driest it's been in Las Vegas since 1937.
Whoa.
So
and even Hoover Dam is down with water.
That's Lake Mead.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, I mean, this is record.
Yeah.
I saw a guy on YouTube. He does, you can count tree rings. You can tell the drought, and he said it hasn't been this bad in hundreds of years. So,
how long did it last? Did he say the tree ring? Could he tell, or
no? He didn't say. But I don't think this drought will be 5 years. But
it's got to be pretty bad for the tree rings to be showing it.
Yeah. I do see a little rain coming, but it'll be like maybe not as much as they're thinking,
right?
And maybe a little bit too late. But and then they say in California, like the amount of snow that comes when it melts off, that's what gives water for the remainder of the year, and that is low too. So, wow.
Well, they want us to make a cutout here, and the good news is my lawn that I had irrigated, I am getting rid of it on July 1st, and I'm getting the turf. I saw a guy's home with it. It's made for dogs, this particular turf, that you just spray it once a month, and for the more of the smell. And but it won't matter. My dogs will poop and pee all the way around it. You watch. They'll go in the rocks and everything. Anyway. But yeah, so, but at least I won't have to worry about irrigating a lawn.
Wow. Yeah, it's like, I don't think it's going to last 5 years, but I disagree with Sterling on that one. However, I think we're kind of in for a roller coaster ride for the next couple of years. The only thing is, then when it rains out there, there's
And
going to
it's
be
gonna-
some huge storms, which is going to be massive flash floods.
Exactly.
I see a
Because
couple
when
of
I moved out here, we had Armageddon floods. When I moved out here in 2017, it was 2016, 2017, it was Armageddon floods.
Well, I mean, this climate change is real, and so thank God we're back in the Paris Accords. But
Yeah, we've got we got two big systems heading towards the Carolinas as we speak.
Right.
So they're going to get hit hard, just like I predicted.
And hurricanes too.
That's what I'm talking.
Yeah, absolutely. Record hurricane year.
Uh-huh.
I asked my guides if we've reached the tipping point, because once we get to a certain tipping point with climate change, it's Katie bar the door, and they told me no. So we haven't reached.
Okay, we have a little bit of leeway because I think those elephants that were roaming, I'm almost feeling it's the magnetism of the earth, like we're a little bit off and they're attracted towards something that they were offset, like in their brain following something. I don't know, I could be wrong.
I didn't hear about it, but
Okay, about 300 herd were walking around in China going through the towns.
wow,
They've never done that before.
they might have been looking for water,
Maybe that's it. Yeah.
because their trunks, they can smell water. I forget, it's some ungodly distance, and so
Yeah,
they
they
might have
need
been
water
looking
to
for
live.
food. And I just heard the manatees are dying in California. Was it California or Florida? I think no, Florida, because the seagrass they eat is dying off. So the manatees are starving.
Oh no.
So,
Oh God. Do we have any good news, Mel?
yeah, it's Debbie Downers here, right? Well,
Yeah.
they're doing stuff to protect the seagrass for the manatees, so great. Um, you know, the good news is Merrick Garland. I was mad at him because of that thing that he did with Trump, but
And I told you guys, don't worry, he's got a plan.
that's what I said. My guy said, "Stop, Mel." Like James Carville said, put the razor blade on the top shelf, put the volume up, don't take, he's got a plan. But I love the fact that he came out and he's focusing on preventing states from infringing on the right to vote. And he's going to crack down and investigate those bogus audits going on.
Well, he was asking for more staff because he didn't have enough staff to hit all this stuff.
Right.
So apparently, I guess they approved more DOJs to come in, and then they're going to go to those counties and file lawsuits.
Well, you and I had predicted that it would. I thought it will go to the court. They'll say you cannot infringe on people's right to vote.
Yes.
Even the Supreme Court would say
That's how I saw it ending. I saw it ending not with Congress passing a bill. I saw it a judge. I saw it could have been the Supreme Court, but I always saw a judge hitting the gavel saying unconstitutional. That's what I heard. So I see that they'll fight, and then the DOJ will take them before maybe the Supreme Court, and the Supreme Court says it's unconstitutional. You can't do that.
And the good news, I think the DOJ is going to do an investigation into the insurrection on January the 6th, as well, I think, as the House. The House will start an investigation too. So,
right. And then, by the way, one of the DOJ people who would have been part of that backroom getting with Apple,
yes.
one of the ones just quit today.
Well, I think a lot of them are going to be quitting.
That's what I was feeling. So Merrick Garland's going to be up to here with needing people to take a position.
Clearly, I'm not a lawyer, so I don't know if what they did was illegal, but I think it was really an abuse of power. And my feeling is that Merrick Garland is going to investigate that too. You and I had talked a while before when there's so many layers to the onion and so many things that Donald Trump corrupted. It's just sifting through and seeing which one takes precedence.
Yeah.
But I do think that people are going to get in trouble. And I keep seeing Bill Barr indicted. My guides keep showing me that.
I've always seen that.
Yeah, I see him.
I've been seeing that. He's one of them. I saw Don Jr. being indicted. I
Yes.
see Stone, I see Flynn, I see all these people. And somebody on Twitter mentioned this today. Remember, it took 5 years to get Nixon's AG
Right.
into court. So it takes a while.
They'll get him. They will get him. And he's going to be dressed in orange, unfortunately. Oh,
I
he'll
hope
go,
it's a lovely orange.
go with Trump hair.
I hope it's orange like my fingernails orange.
So goodbye, Bill. I mean, he lied to Congress. I think they're going to get him on that. I think they're also going to go after Laura Trump. My guides kind of gave me that one because she was telling people to arm up and take matters. They may have to take matters in their own hands, talking about what's going on at the border.
Yeah, what do you think about Laura Trump saying, basically we have to shoot the illegal immigrants?
Well, I think at some point they can really go after her for incitement to violence.
Yeah.
And they will. Um, you know, I put her in the class that I put with Marjorie Taylor Greene.
I just wish that we would do something. Everybody's getting frustrated. When are they going to come forward and say, no, no, no?
Well, it's right around the corner. My guides tell me people, when God was handing out patience, I stood in the attitude line. But, let's be patient. It's like reaching for the $1,000 bill on the wall and can't quite get it. And you're teetering, but you grab it. So I'm sure that they're doing a lot of methodological investigation into Trump from more than different, like the state, the feds, all of the above.
Right.
They're just not going to come up with a weak case. They're going to make sure that when they prosecute, that they've got something to call mama about.
Okay. Okay.
So
one of the questions.
I will take perverse pleasure when I see Bill Barr, DeJoy, Flynn, all those guys go back to jail or go to jail.
And also we have to take into consideration that Merrick Garland didn't have enough of the staff. He probably worries about who he can trust. And they're just now getting them the staff they need even to work on the tax thing.
I think Merrick Garland is kind of busy, you're right, cleaning house at the DOJ.
Yeah.
And then I think they're doing an internal investigation. I think he started right from the get-go. And don't kid yourself. I think Merrick Garland knew when he took office that the DOJ had illegally, or I say illegally, hacked into those senators' emails and stuff like that.
Whoa.
And I think Garland knew about it. And I think
they even tapped into McGahn.
Right, exactly. And that's why I think he was very quiet on that issue.
That's because McGahn didn't do what Trump wanted.
Right.
Fire Mueller, and he would not do it.
Exactly. Merrick Garland's not going to play a trump card for us to find out about until after the fact. He's a good poker player. And trust me, he's got a couple of aces in the hole. Honey, he's got a royal straight flush. Go.
Well, remember that vision I had of him back when everybody was all, what is he doing? What is he doing? And he was sitting at a table and there was like 2 or 3 envelopes here. And it's like, well, why are you doing this and that? And then he says, Linda, and he had a huge pile over here. So he has a whole bunch of stuff in the works. I can barely handle this. And now I got this. So, yeah.
And then I heard in Florida, they're going to try to make it define a company. If the company, like, I think like YouTube or Facebook or something, kick somebody off for spreading lies and stuff, the state of Florida, or for election stuff, the state of Florida is going to find a social media provider if they throw somebody off.
My God.
Which won't hold up in court.
Florida's going down, and Florida's going down hard.
Well,
that DeSantis something's going to happen to him.
Well, DeSatan is going to be gone.
Gone, baby, gone.
I think he's setting himself up for one for president, but ooh.
He's not. And let me tell you something else. It's interesting that these people who said, no, you peons don't deserve the extra $300 a week or a month or whatever for unemployment. And they're cutting them. But guess what? The people they're cutting, that's a no vote for you, sucker.
Oh, yeah. But then they're trying to restrict those people's right to vote.
Right, right.
But, if there's any voter fraud, they should figure out how they counted the votes in Florida.
Oh, yes, that in Georgia, those two places cheated.
Well,
Okay,
Merrick Garland is also going to say that those fake audits, those audits going on now from the ninjas or something,
yeah.
that's against federal law. So he's going to go after them too.
Oh, I told you, yeah, but he's getting the new DOJs. They're gonna go down there and start filing lawsuits and it'll be
Absolutely.
heard before judges and each judge is gonna say unconstitutional.
Right.
So Dee asked a question. She wants to know political violence this summer. That will there be political violence this summer?
I do see some political violence this summer, like in August, and Trump will always tell you what he does, but my guides, I asked about that, and they said yes. But I think, when Trump's saying, oh, he'll be president by August, I think there's going to be, yeah, right. And I own the Brooklyn Bridge, right? And
Right. But what do you have to wear for the event?
oh, yeah, right. I'll wear black. How's that? Orange and black.
Orange and black, yeah.
I think, when August comes and Trump is not president, I think that there will be some people that will incite some violence, yes. But you know what? They're going to end up going to jail, just like they did that storm the Capitol. So
that's what's taking a big chunk of the FBI right now, is
right.
all these people they're arresting and all this stuff.
So, they can do that, but they're going to go to jail and they're going to start cracking down on the people who incited the violence too. Trump's not out of the woods yet for inciting a riot, by
No.
the way. He's going to have more charges against him than I don't even know what to compare it to.
Also, someone asked, Lynette asked, is the former attorney John Dean's assisting Jean Carroll's attorney Robbie Kaplan in the against 45 or in any other cases against 45? He was disbarred, but still gives his opinion.
Well, he can give us opinion. I think assisting to the degree of giving an opinion, but not with any kind of intelligence or anything.
I just heard that the judge is still going to go no to the DOJ representing Trump.
Oh, absolutely.
I don't know why. I just heard that.
Right.
Okay.
Because the DOJ is, and maybe Merrick Garland knew that would play out that way, because the DOJ is not the president's attorney. It's the people's attorney. Now, they might argue that the president represents the people, but Trump didn't represent the people with the crap he was pulling, especially in rape. That's not representative of the people.
Right.
So
listen, people want to know, will they ever stop taxing Social Security?
That's a really good question. I don't think people over 65 should have to pay tax.
That's what I'm thinking too.
And at some point, I don't know if it's under Biden, but a future administration, they will say, no, we're not going to tax Social Security, and people over 65 or a certain age don't have to pay income tax any longer.
People over 125 pounds?
Yes, right.
What did you say?
People over.
I need to be into the conversation.
It's going to be a while before that happens, but that was a great question.
Sweet darling Lulu asked, since Mel and you were in Sedona, did you guys feel your spiritual gifts intensify or become more defined?
I love Sedona. It was beautiful, and I love sitting out at night looking at the stars. That was amazing.
Oh, it's gorgeous.
And just hanging out with the people. I felt more connected. But as far as my gifts, they've just always been with me. So it's just kind of like maybe realizing they were there.
Right.
But you and I were so busy, we didn't really have time to focus on.
That's the thing. We were so busy, and energetically, it was hard for me because we were so busy.
It is, when I'm working, I'm not thinking about it. But after the fact, that's what I'm like, whoa.
Right. Okay, so Sterling just sent me a link. Oh, so there was remember, okay, I don't know if you watched me and Sterling. Sterling said there would be a quake. I was thinking it's magnetic, but quakes, earth shifting has some magnetism to it.
Right.
But they were moving around because something was off. And he said he thought there was a quake, and there was a 5.1.
Oh, okay.
So,
Well, good
so
hits there.
that's a check mark on Sterling's end.
That's a kudo.
A kudo.
Hey, we were right about Netanyahu. He got ousted.
Is saying he's gonna go. I was shocked it took this long. And he's
Well,
furious.
he's already plotting his comeback.
Right.
But I
Oh,
asked,
guess who he's blaming now?
I didn't always blaming Trump.
He's blaming Trump.
Well, point the fingers, right? I find it karmic. Um, Netanyahu's planning a comeback, but I see him under indictment in Israel. My guides show me he's going to be in
Yes.
power.
And also this guy that's just taking over, I'm feeling he's not long-term either. I see somebody else coming in.
I think he's too ultra right and too ultra nationalist.
Okay.
And, but anyway, I see somebody after Naftali Bennett, but it's not going to be Netanyahu. I see somebody more moderate. So
Okay.
we were right about that. I had somebody ask about Putin's crackdown on the opposition. I forget the guy's name that Putin jailed, when they took over. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're wondering if Putin will murder him. I don't see that, but if the guy does die, then they're going to make him a martyr. He's already a martyr. And I see Putin being overthrown at some point.
I've seen it for years now.
Yep.
I may be wrong on the time frame, but I saw Putin running.
Mike, I told me he's
running.
gone. And also in Belarus.
Yeah.
I see the symbol of an eye starting to open. So it means that the way I interpret that is the people in Russia and also in Belarus, their eyes are starting to open to, I think their eyes have been open for a long time, but now they're starting to gain courage to do stuff about it.
Right.
So their eyes are opening to all the crap that's going on. And there's going to be a lot that comes out in the world stage about Putin, and it's not going to be pretty.
Right. So Senator Sinema, is she getting bribed to miss important votes like the vote on January 6th commission? Is she getting kickbacks?
Let me just say one other thing about Putin. At some point, my guide just showed me he's going to be tried for crimes against humanity.
Oh, yes, good.
And found guilty.
Okay.
Senator Enema, did you say? Oh, I'm sorry.
Her too.
Cinema.
Cinnamon.
Senator, I'm sorry, what was the question?
Is she getting payback for like not showing up?
Oh, I don't know if she's getting dollars, but I'm sure there's something in it for her for not showing up. How's that? I'm not evading the question, but the short answer is yes.
Okay. Thank you. Now, you had another question you were going to answer?
Hold on a minute. Let me feel it. On the tally. Here was one. People are kind of wondering about, today Biden is having the meeting with Putin.
Oh, today's no, I thought it's Wednesday.
Oh, it's Wednesday. Today's Donald Trump's birthday, by the way. Oh.
I know. Somebody on Twitter tried to say it's Stephen King's birthday. His birthday is September 21st.
That's the case, poor Stephen. But anyway, people are just wondering about that outcome. And I asked my guides about it. And it's really not much going to happen. I think that Biden is going to start cracking down on Russia. Putin's a very smart man. I don't disagree with, I don't agree with him in anything, but he's very smart. But so is Biden. Putin played Trump like a fiddle. But I don't know. I see Biden putting a lot of sanctions against Russia, a lot more. So that's how, as a result of that meeting he's having.
Right.
It's a showdown, really.
Right.
I don't know what you're seeing coming out of it, but that's what I'm getting.
Well, I think it's interesting that Putin was offering to exchange the people who got into our programs, although I don't believe a word he says. He's trying to act like he's going to work with us. Don't you think that's interesting? He's trying to even act like he's going to work with us.
Uh, when Putin says he's going to do something, I would approach it with great caution, because he wants to work with us. Yeah, because he's got something up his sleeve.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
At some point it's going to come out that Trump did give certain secrets to the Russians, to Putin. In fact, I think that Biden already knows about some of it.
Right. Right. Oh,
But
I'm sure. I know that Biden has a plethora of information that he's been given by Intel that
right,
we as Americans don't even know about it.
and he's
And
sitting
he
on it.
plans on sitting with Putin and saying, bada bing, bada boom, boom.
Right.
And then Putin will try to act like he's king for a day.
Oh yeah. Or that he didn't know or
And
whatever.
then Biden's, I mean, yeah, Biden's not going to jump. He's going to say his piece. And if he threatens him, he'll see, do what you need to do.
But I think there's another part of Biden that's going to be thinking in his head, I'm not going to let you know what I know
Okay.
about what happened.
He's
Uh,
going to drop something where Putin realizes what he
oh,
knows.
he will. Exactly. But, I think for a while, I think he's going to almost let Putin think he's got the upper hand. Boy, my mother always said, act dumb, you learn more. So I don't think Biden's going to come out right away and say everything, but you're right that it'll slowly kind of come out. And I can just see Putin's face like, yay.
I'm telling you, he's going to be running. He's going to be running for his life.
Putin's going to poot in his pants.
Now, Anita said that the Republicans are refusing to work with that Putin refuses that the Republicans are refusing to work on the infrastructure.
Well,
And
I wrote
I
that
see
down.
Biden getting something through.
Well, he will. Okay. Because I think I think the woman senator, what's his name, Mnuchin, they would vote for the infrastructure. And here's another thing as to why these droughts and everything, it's going to tax the water, the electrical supplies. I mean, when it's that hot, you got a huge demand for air conditioning, and our infrastructure is crumbling. So I think they can use all of this going on as a way to argue in favor of getting the infrastructure.
Right.
And we will, like better ways to generate electricity so we can keep ourselves cool in the summer and warm in
Right.
the winter. But it's funny, the Republicans are never going to agree to anything that Biden wants. It's the same obstructionism that we've seen all along.
McConnell just said to his people, if they win in 2022, they will block every Supreme Court.
That's why it's really important that we keep the House and the Senate.
Yeah.
And I think we will. It might be by razor thin, but yeah, Mitch McConnell is going to continue his obstructionism. He's not going to reach across the aisle, but I think this drought and this hot weather is showing us, how fragile our infrastructure really is, and I think that'll help get stuff passed.
That's the only reason I'm worried about all electric cars and stuff.
I'm sorry.
That's the only reason I'm worried about all electric cars, unless a lot of the electricity comes from solar, because we could have an infrastructure grid breakdown that nobody has power. And then what do you do? Of course, you can't even pump gas without power. So,
Right, exactly. I mean, actually, electric cars would probably help save the power grid. I mean, they're going to figure out in Europe, for example, in Germany, they closed all the nuclear reactors on the Rhine River, and they're using a lot of solar power and wind power. You see windmill farms everywhere. And that's how they
wow.
generate electricity. So it's pretty cool. So they're
Wow.
really going green. So they don't, and they have a lot of electric cars. So I don't think like recharging the cars is going to be an issue unless somebody hacks into, the grid and knocks out all the electricity. But I just think that with what's going on, that'll help Biden get, with the climate, get the infrastructure bill passed.
Right. Right.
Good luck with Mitch McConnell, because he ain't going to agree to anything that.
What the hell is he doing? Already announcing he'll block any DOJ. What the hell is he doing? But
Well,
let me tell you, the Senate's going to be taken over by a landslide.
Well, he can try to.
It might run close in Congress, but isn't the Senate the one that decides on a DOJ or Supreme Court?
Yes, the Supreme Court, the Senate.
Hello, he's going to lose it big time.
Right. He can try to block it, but Mitch, you don't get to make the rules anymore. You ain't going to be back up there where you thought you were going to be.
Right. God,
Anyway.
I can't wait till he's gone.
Oh, me either. I'll be like, oh, geez, that'll be like, oh, great. All right. Let me see here. I got some. Okay.
And I do see the infrastructure going through, but it could be because it gets pushed through.
It will.
77% of Americans want that.
Exactly. It can't be about the obstructionism any longer. And I think, we're going to wake up and say, we do not want this whole apartheid thing coming from the Trumplicans, the fascist, racist 30% or 35% that are trying to control the rest of us.
Exactly.
People are really going to start speaking up. And I see a lot of peaceful protests and a lot of people saying, we've had it. This is enough. We're done.
Exactly. Hey,
Mike, show me that.
Do you think Val Demings can beat Marco Rubio?
Do I think?
I feel like she'll beat him. Val Demings?
Oh, she's going to give him a run for his money. Absolutely.
She'll do it. I don't know why I saw that. And I worried because she's going for a Senate seat. She's coming out of Congress going for it. But I saw her winning.
I see a win there.
Okay.
So, I'm just praying that we keep the House because those are the ones that introduced the bill. But I still see a purge of the House too at some point of all of those people like Marjorie Taylor Greene and all of those, Josh Hawley, all of that stuff. So they might be there temporarily, but they're not going to be there long.
You notice we're not hearing anything about Hawley?
Exactly.
What happened to him?
Well, today's news is tomorrow's history, but
it's going to resurrect. So he's keeping his mouth shut.
Exactly, but it's going to resurrect again. Wait until Gates goes to jail.
I can't wait.
Oh, he's going to go to jail. Somebody asked me about, will Europe ever trust America again? Even though we've got Biden in power, a lot of Europeans are saying, well, that might be short-lived. What if he gets somebody else?
They're worried about us allowing another
Trump.
Yeah.
But I feel Biden is going to do a lot of damage control.
Do you notice how he looks like he's getting stronger?
Oh, he does. Absolutely.
He looks, his vibration, he's like alive.
Right. So,
they were all saying, oh, he's not going to make it. He's too old. He'll win a second term.
I mean, he's very healthy.
Yeah.
He's not going anywhere right away.
No, I just feel like he's on it.
I think most of us like him for what he's doing. I mean, he's being presidential.
I know. And could you feel the energy at the when they over in Europe? Could you feel the difference? Did you see the German counselor, the Trudeau and the French? Everybody was like joyful.
Yeah, it was electric. It was like, yes, that was really neat. I heard you say something the other day on your channel. It was true that, COVID, Trump lost the election due to COVID.
Oh, yeah. Unfortunately, he was feeding everybody the purple Kool-Aid.
Exactly.
But too many people died, so he just couldn't have won again.
Yeah, 500,000 people died. Children torn from their parents. I mean, come on. It's like, oh my goodness. Other people ask about vaccine plan for the world. I don't know what they talked about in G7, but I think obviously my guides are telling me that, we're going to continue to help other countries with the vaccine. People are worried about the outbreak in India. And now, is that strain going to come here? I think COVID in this country is pretty much done,
Right. I do too. And they just talked about that real strong one that's happening in India.
Right.
A guy from India, a doctor from India was talking about it. It's a different variant.
Right. That's what
And
they're
yeah,
worried.
people who got vaccinated got sick, but a little sick, not bad sick. And
Right.
he's saying they had numbers in their blood that was huge, but yet they didn't get that sick. But the people who hadn't got inoculated died.
Right. The vaccine is not necessarily designed, well, it'll keep you from getting COVID, but it's also designed where if you get COVID, that you don't get as sick, you don't end up in the hospital, and you don't die. And it's doing a great job of that.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, I'm getting the booster. I'm not, I'm not going to deal with having COVID again. But in India, it's really bad. But I still think if that strain comes here, that we're vaccinated, and I think that we are protected against that strain.
But do you know the ones who get hit are the ones in Arkansas and all that didn't get the vaccination.
It's going to be the ones that ascribe to the conspiracy theories that they're rewiring our DNA and all that crap.
Yeah.
Which they're not.
So that could be because Sterling had predicted another one coming. In fact, he even said that one that's in India is the one he saw. And I see it, if it comes to the United States, I don't see massive deaths except in the places that they didn't get the vaccine.
I think it's already in the United States. My guides tell me it's already here.
Okay. Okay.
But you're right. For the people who they haven't been vaccinated, it's not going to be pretty. But for those of us who have been,
it won't be.
It won't be.
Now, Ashley wants to know, why is the name of Jesus so powerful? I've used the name of Jesus to successfully send away an entity that attacked me. And you know what I learned from a guy who was a devil worshiper who wrote a book? He said, the blood of Jesus Christ. Those words are very strong, very powerful.
Well, because Jesus is God.
Yeah.
I mean, there's the God, the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, but Jesus is God.
Right.
And, God is all good and powerful, and God kind of hopefully triumphs over all negative forces and evil. Right. So that's why calling on the name of any God like God or Jesus or anything like
Allah
that.
or whoever, yeah.
Right. So that's why, in my opinion.
Yeah, because there is evil out there, my friend.
Oh, there is evil, of course.
It's the yin yang. We almost have to have it to maintain an equilibrium. But I've seen some pretty ugly stuff, and I have fought an entity myself, and it's for real.
Oh, I've seen it too, and I fought a few myself. But in my classes, though, we always, do the protection. We call upon the four elements from the four corners and our animal guides and stuff. We call on God to come in and protect us, and so.
That's good. That's good.
I ain't in the mood to fight no demon today.
Yeah.
Except for some of the politicians out there.
Oh, here's a good one. Ernestine wants to know, how will the USA perform in the Summer Olympics?
Oh, my feeling is we'll do incredibly well.
Okay.
So yay.
Good. Yay.
I see lots of gold medals.
People had asked us, did they ask you and me, or was it me and Sterling? They said, well, we still have the Olympics. And I said, yes.
No, we're going to have the Olympics.
Yeah.
I don't even know what they'll do. The European Union is opening up a lot now. You just have to show proof of vaccination.
Right.
Some countries haven't, like the Canadian border is still closed because they have a hard time getting the vaccine. But it's, next year's booming. It's really starting to open up. So
I know. It's wonderful.
Yes, it is.
Okay.
And here in Chicago, they dropped the mask mandate now. So it's nice to go to the grocery store and not have to worry about wearing a mask. Oh,
no, they still require masks in California.
Not here.
I will probably still wear a mask. I'm not in the grocery store that long. I go straight to the cookies and candies and I'm done. So I probably will, because, I have health issues that if I got sick, even with the vaccine, And I haven't caught a cold or the flu. Hey, I'm for
Knock
it.
on wood. Um, it's funny. I ran to we have the grocery store. It's called Jewel here, and I ran to the Jewel today because they had to get some things, and I forgot my mask. I'm like, oh God, I got to run back and get my mask. But then I thought, no, I don't need the mask. So
You forgot, yeah.
I
Oh,
forgot.
I came from Sedona where we were all checked. Everybody had to show their proof.
Right.
And we did our thing. And then I came home and forgot that because I went to the dog store to get my dog their balls. And I walked in and she said, "Oh, ma'am, I was like, oh, I'm sorry."
That's what happened. Yeah, me too. But now they just lifted. I think it was as of I think 3 or 4 days ago. The mask mandate has been lifted. So
Well, I today something's supposed to happen. This is the 15th. Of course, I like to put myself on camera when I'm saying, I don't need no stinking mask. But I haven't been a YouTube sensation yet.
I mean, we still have to wear them in doctors' offices and hospitals.
Yes, yes. So Kelly was asking about if we could check in with John Lewis and see what he has to say about voting rights.
He is appalled at what the southern states are doing. And he's
Okay.
telling everybody, speak up. And he's telling me that the courts will absolutely not, okay, go along with suppressing
No,
voters' rights.
it's unconstitutional.
Mm-mm.
It's
Um,
unconstitutional.
and he says that, my favorite expression is just because it looks like they won the war, just won the battle, doesn't mean they'll win the war in those southern states.
Exactly.
So they're going to have to overturn all of that. But they'll still try ways around to keep people
Yeah.
from voting, but they're going to be called out on it.
Even the ones in office, the senators and the congressmen that are Republicans, they know this is not going to last.
Well, how about but in the states they won, they never questioned the election. Oh, because it was okay, right? Because they won.
Yeah. Right.
But in the states where they lost, but they're going to get sued by the voting machine companies and all that for slander, and there's going to be litigation for years going on.
Oh, yeah.
The only reason Trump started that whole big lie thing is because he knew that if he wasn't reelected, his butt was going to be in a sling.
Well, he started saying that about Hillary too.
Exactly.
It's going to be fraud, mark my words.
So he started this whole voter election fraud thing because think of what it does. It takes the heat off of him. It diverts people's attention over here.
Exactly.
So then they're not concentrating on all the corrupt crimes and everything that he committed.
Right. So, wow. Trish just said, I just heard there's proof Mitch cheated in the last election and is being investigated. I haven't heard that anywhere.
I don't know. I do know Kentucky's got a Democratic governor, and my sister, who's a staunch Republican, said she likes the guy. I go, oh, that's a switch.
That's good.
Switch.
Someone in Niana said, will Meghan and Harry survive their marriage?
I'm not seeing any divorce there tomorrow at 2:30. My feeling is they'll work through it all.
Okay. All right, good. Okay. What will happen with the cost of Medicare and this new expensive Alzheimer's drug coming out?
Well, I think the new Alzheimer's drug is a monoclonal antibody, if I'm not mistaken. I really don't know enough about it to offer an opinion, but what I've heard is that it's not all that effective. It kind of helps delay the memory loss process, but yet it's not a cure or anything like that.
I saw a pill coming out. I saw 2 pills coming out. I don't know when, but a guy with Alzheimer's in spirit told me to tell his daughter that there will be a pill that can be taken. It won't cure it, but it'll prevent it from, once you know you have it, you start taking this so it doesn't get worse.
I think the answer is going to come in genetic research if they can show it's familial, how to turn the gene off, or how to stop whatever is going on from creating the brain, the death of brain tissue. I agree. I think it's going to be more like a treatment that'll keep it from progressing as opposed to maybe a cure.
Okay. Okay.
But the new antibody out is not a cure.
Right.
It does a little, but not a whole heck of a lot.
Someone asked, do you see the stock market plunging in the next few weeks?
I think that cryptocurrency is going to take another hit.
I do too.
I had predicted that Bitcoin would go down at the end of June. Well, it happened May the 31st. I was off by a day in June.
But also, I do see the stock market taking a little adjustment. It's
I do.
nothing like 2008.
No, it's not going to be like that. A hit, yeah, it's an adjustment, but it's not going to be a crash. But I do think that cryptocurrency is going to kind of, it'll take another big hit.
Okay.
And then it'll come up. So be careful with cryptocurrency, everybody.
Okay.
I think this housing market, there's the housing boom, but my prediction is it'll last about another 3 years. Then I see another crash coming. Not as bad as 2008, but people are already paying above appraised value for property, and the banks are giving loans on it. So here we go again. Everything that Obama put in place to keep the banks in line, Trump rolled back. So right. I think Biden's going to have to kind of figure out a way to keep all that from happening again.
Right.
But there will be a crash in the housing market in about 3 years, just not as bad.
Kimberly wants to know what allergies can be cured by gene splicing.
By who?
Gene splicing.
Gene splicing?
I haven't heard that.
I don't think they have the technology to gene splice and cure allergies as of yet.
Okay.
It's out there.
Mike Lindell is considering a run for governor of Minnesota.
Who is?
Mike Lindell, the pillow guy.
Oh, okay. Yep.
If he does, will he win?
No way. I'm laughing. I'm sorry. It's not funny, but I just found that as a chuckle.
Just like the one that thinks she's going to run for governor. She's going to lose bigly. What's her name? Because I never watched the show. The Kardashians' father.
Oh, I can't think of her name. Yeah.
I know. She's not going to win.
No, she won't win. I think the governor you have is going to be in office for a while.
Who? Newsom?
Yeah, right.
Oh yeah, he's going to win. I never had a doubt.
I said he'd be recalled, but even if he's recalled, he'll still stay in. He'll still keep his governorship. I don't think that phases him. How many times did they recall him?
Oh no, I think this is the only big one.
Oh, it is?
Yeah. I know they recalled Davis, but Davis wasn't doing that a good job. I actually see this Newsom doing a good job.
I think he's done a great job for California.
Yeah.
He was brilliant.
The first mayor to allow gay marriages in San Francisco.
Right. And what did he do? He was brilliant. He gave people a rebate or something in California when he thought he was going to.
We haven't gotten it yet.
Oh, okay.
I haven't seen no rebate. Shoot.
Wasn't he give people like money or something? $300. I forgot what it was for. The governor of California.
He was talking about it when he got recalled.
Yeah, there you go.
Peggy's saying, I really get upset because the people who Biden put in office were sworn to defend, and nothing I thought were going to be protected. It looks like the opposite. But Peggy, Biden's been in what, 6 months?
No, not even. February, March, April, May, June, 5 months. Okay, so you got to give them time.
Give it time. These people are getting in there. I could see that Merrick Garland is just, trying to get enough staff to handle things.
Well, I didn't like his decision about like the whole Trump thing,
right.
Defending Trump. I think, but I'm sure that there was more to it than we know about.
Right.
And obviously he's not a Trump fan, but Merrick Garland is going to do some amazing things.
I'm telling you, people were losing faith. I like Palmer, the guy on Twitter named Palmer. He's always said, "You guys knock it off. I'm telling you, this guy's going to do the work."
Exactly. I mean, as we have talked about before, Linda, my guides told me, and you said the same thing, the Mueller report is going to come front and center again.
It's going to be fantastic.
It
And
ain't
I can
over.
say, I told you so.
So
So
I guess
I don't want, huh?
I guess that Peg asked that question. The thing is, we just have to be patient, which
Be
I'm not.
patient. Be
But
patient. Hey, listen, they just mentioned on Twitter too that the DOJ from the Nixon era, the AG, took 5 years.
right.
Okay, Bolsonaro, president of Brazil, will he go to jail?
Yes, the answer is yes. There's going to be huge scandals that are going to be that's going to come to fruition about him.
Oh,
Uh,
good.
I mean, being a thug, but all kinds of scandals coming to light. So either that or it goes in exile.
I love those parades that Brazil has. Those people's bodies are beautiful. The way they dance, oh my God, it's beautiful.
Maybe we can do a retreat in Brazil and just march
Yeah.
on the parade.
Well, back when I was younger, a lot younger, I was a belly dancer.
Oh,
So I can move when needed.
I can move my head. I danced on a few bars.
Oh, there you go.
Closed a few in my life.
Okay. Mo wants to know, this is an important question. Will pot be legal nationwide?
Yes, absolutely.
Thank you.
I'm thinking within the next 4 to 5 years, if not sooner. I mean, most states it is.
Yeah.
Not most, but bigger.
Somebody just said, has Biden got rid of all the Trump staffers yet? And I think they're in the works of it. It's not as easy as you'd think, but slowly but surely they're dropping them.
Well, you can't just say to somebody because you were appointed by Trump or hired by Trump, I'm getting rid of you.
Yeah.
I mean, you can, but I think Biden's very fair, and you have to. I think he's looking for just cause to get rid of them. So, it takes.
They're getting in there because there are some spies in the woods, my friend.
Oh, totally.
There's some underhanded people that are giving Trump info, not just Devin Nunes.
In spades. I mean, every day. Hey, Don, guess what?
Yeah.
But they're going to be ferreted out, and soon. Don't kid yourself. Biden knows a lot more than what he lets us.
Well, Matt Gaetz is still on the committee, on the Intel committee. Jesus Christ.
Well, he's running to Trump, but Matt Gaetz, he's gonna go to jail.
Okay.
And then they're gonna uncover a lot more stuff about him.
Okay, good. Which might go a little bit towards DeSantis.
You got it. Exactly.
All right, my friend. This was wonderful. Can you believe it took an hour?
Yeah, pretty much.
Pretty much, yeah. I got things to do today. It's my only day off.
Me too. I cook on Mondays for the rest of the week, so I got a bunch of making sauerkraut salad and kidney bean salad, Mediterranean salad. And I put them in the refrigerator for a week.
Oh my God, you are so good.
One of these days,
I just popped something out of the freezer, like an eclair or something. All right, my friend.
All right, sweetie. I had a great time. Oh, by the way, I want to say thank you to everybody who sent the wonderful gifts. The face mask and it's a wind chime, but we put it in our garden, and the shirts and the candies, and oh my God, all the wonderful things. People were just
so generous, I'm telling you.
It was so wonderful to be out there. And Linda, thank you. I really enjoyed being with you. It was just amazing. It was my honor. Seriously. It was
I did a live yesterday, and I haven't added it up yet, but I got a lot of money. And I'm going to give it to, I have to look at all the places people recommend it, because we're being food compromised right now. It's costing too much to eat.
Wow.
The United States is going through a bad trend with food. So
I was at the Jewel yesterday or the day before, and I wanted to get some fried chicken. I can fry my own. I was too lazy, but I had taste for fried chicken. And she said, we're having a chicken shortage. I said, what? Yeah, there's a chicken shortage.
Yeah.
It was like, wow. So
yeah. Did you go get regular chicken and fry it yourself?
You know what? I just bought a chicken and roasted it in the oven. But they have the best fried chicken. It's even better than mine, I'm afraid to say.
Really? Yeah, not my stores. They don't make the best fried chicken.
But there's a shortage on chickens. So
Damn, KFC's gonna be in trouble.
yeah, exactly. So
Yeah.
there is, and you know, there's certain things like going to Starbucks that you can't get because the suppliers are out.
Wow, like what?
Like some of their breakfast sandwiches and things
Oh
like
yeah,
that.
I don't do their food. I do their frappuccinos or something.
I like their green tea.
Yeah, it's very good. All right, my friend. I love you.
Namaste. Love you too.
Take care.
Bye bye.
Cheers.